the day we are all looking forward to it. It's the 22nd of November, and it is the official start to the summer season. Can't wait, looking forward to it. And with us, we're going to go through the 10 race card meeting. But Alistair Cohen is joining me, as well as JP van der Merwe. So Alistair, welcome.
Yeah, I think it's extra special. Thanks, Vicky. Nice to have JP come and join us as well to chat about his rides and potential avenues to explore on this card. I think this summer promises to be even better. I know that it's always cliche. We always seem to say that when we get into the summer festival, but with the likelihood of travellers and having a bit of a hazy picture going into a lot of the feature races is quite exciting. We knew this time last year that one stripe and 8 on 18 were likely to dominate. We go in this season with very little idea, so the unknown's quite attractive, but this card looks interesting.
It does indeed. JP, welcome. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Vicky. Short early. Nice being here. Yes, like you said, Ellie, looks like a lot of quality, but still a lot in the unknown. So, yes, exciting season ahead.
There you go. JP's the one that gets to sit on the horses and enjoy the ride while we all sit on the edge of our seats. So he's in a much better position than what we are, but fun nonetheless. Let's get straight into it. So it is race 1. The Hollywoodbets Kenilworth welcomes you for Charity Plate over the 800 metres. This is the beginning of the juvenile program across the country. So the first of the juvenile races, and looking forward to it. And this is also an indication of the beginning of the road to the slipper. So the Race Coast Sales slipper. But Alistair, do you have any indication of which horses might be fancied in the betting?
Okay, this is all I can tell you, and at the time of recording there's not much betting available, and I think that would be due to the fact that with a completely blank canvas, just about anything can happen. So I reckon betting will open as late as possible. But on the early exchanges, number 2 Marseille was the shortest price, with JP's ride number 3 Quirari Dancer second favourite, and then Kelly Mitchell's rated number 10 Firefield Legend also very much in the market. But as all I can offer in this first race is that there were gallops here 2 weeks or so before this race meeting. Justin Snaith's 3 horses in the race gallop, so 2 Marseille, 3 Quirari Dancer and 7 Champagne Castle. They've been here for a gallop. Number 4 Catwalk King has had a gallop. He was very green in his gallop, but nice and fluent. And then Michelle Rix's 2 horses have both galloped here as well. 6 Sounds of Symphonies and 11 Rambo Russie, for what that might be worth. Kelly Mitchell's not going to rock up here with the first timer without any expectation either. That's literally all I can offer in the first.
Thank you very much, Alistair. Number 7, Champagne Castle, also a little bit of support for him. And the other thing to mention is number 9 in the air tonight is a brother to I Am Giant. But JP, what are your expectations in the first?
I've sat on my filly. She gives you a nice feel. I do feel that you probably might need this just to bring her on. I really do like her. I think mentally she's a forward filly, but on a track, a little bit backwards, still a bit weak, but I like her mindset. But yeah, that's about it. Otherwise, very open. Unraced horses, we don't really know too much.
We don't, but we will know better after this. Alistair, is there any play in the first?
No play. I'll hold my fire. I'll keep my powder dry until Saturday.
Well, let's move on to race 2. Race 2 is the join the Race Coast Turf Club Summer Bowl, the 1600 metre race. It's just the 6 horses, but it doesn't lack quality at all. We've got a whole bunch of horses that are coming off a little bit of a rest, and it's the question throughout the day, the common theme of whether race fitness is going to trump overall ability. But a really good start, and I think, JP, I'll start with you riding number 6, Beware the Bomb. Going into this race, how's she been?
I don't really sits on it pretty often, Vicky, but yes, so we're hoping for a good run.
There you go. They're very positive indeed. Alistair, it's obviously going to be exciting to see double Grand Slam. We also have Swiatek, who I thought put up a relatively good gallop leading into this race.
Yeah, she galloped 10 days before this race meeting. I don't know if you know much about her. You've ridden her before. Does she normally gallop nicely, Swiatek?
Yeah, she's pretty forward. She works well back around.
Okay. Have you sat on double Grand Slam?
No.
Okay, that's a pity. Obviously, the race revolves around her. She's the best horse in the race. 4 of the 6 horses coming back from breaks. It's probably the best opportunity that kind of Wonderful and Swiatek will have to turn these horses over. I'm not going to go against class. Double Grand Slam ran won this race last year. Remember when Justin gave the comment, she's angry, she got beaten the time before at Hollywoodbets Durbanville, and she came bouncing back. She turned over Rainbow Lorikeet, who ran second in this race last year. I think Rainbow Lorikeet, as good a miler as she is, she's simply better over a bit further. I think when we get to the 1800 metre Cartier Paddock Stakes, will be more up her alley. Give Me Everything did very well in the summer last season. Took a few backward steps in Durban. Perhaps the courses weren't to her liking, especially Hollywoodbets Gravel. So maybe she can show a bit of a spark. But look, double Grand Slam for me is the highlights on the day: win, lose or draw. And I'm going to lead with her. So I'm going to go with a boxed exacta, numbers 2 and 3 in race number 2, the first leg of the bar pot. I don't know if I'd banker her in the bar pot. Funny enough, I'd probably go the two of them. Just in case one of them comes unstuck, we might be getting a reasonable dividend after one leg.
And the reality is that horses are still going to be needing the run. So we don't know what the pace is going to be like and whether that's going to catch them out a little bit. Race 3 is Lucky Fish Book of Poseidon Maiden Plate for the fillies and mares over the 1200 metres, and a really nice group of horses once again. It does look like the Andre Nell runner is going to be the leader here, but it doesn't quite stop there. We've got number 3 Christine's Princess, and also number 1 Hop Hop Spinner Cop Alistair, who had a very promising debut.
Yeah, JP.
No, hold on, sorry. JP, how do you pronounce it?
That's a hop spinner cop.
There you go.
But that was good. That was good, Vicky. Well done.
Thank you.
Better than Kata Quad Quadrat.
Yeah.
I think JP's just thinking, I don't know how these people do it.
How do I read the race? Interesting race. I think that Talea Andre Nell's horse with Serena Mudley on board is a valuable starting point, Vicky. I love the way that she stayed on debut. She didn't look like she was going to get into the hunt at all in the last 300 metres. The penny dropped. She really finished with a wet sail, finishing second behind In a Bloom. Overall, how's that form line going to work? I think it'll be a good piece of form, perhaps without lighting up like a Christmas tree. Any improvement, any progress that she will make from her debut, I think will stand her in good stead. And I think that she is the horse to beat. But number 9, One Dance, is so overdue. Gavin Larena takes her out for Vaughan Marshall. Good to have Gavin in town. Take a few for Vaughan. Vaughan had a good day at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Wednesday, so yards in good form. And I think if anything's going to turn over Talea, it could be number 9, One Dance, who is well and truly overdue. Number 7, Nanny Gold, bit of respect for her. 1 Hop Hop Spinner Cop, obviously got scope to improve. I think JP's horse has also got some sort of quartet chance. Number 14, Lady Banks, good improvement from the first to the second start. But I think Talea is probably more upwardly mobile.
The other horse not to be ignored is number 12, Starting Point. Obviously, out of All Is Secret, who's very promising. But JP, you aboard number 14, Lady Banks.
Yes, she's improving nicely. Still a bit on the weak side, but I was very impressed with improvement from the first run to the second run. Very happy with that. And yes, like we said, I think 13, Thalia, probably the horse to beat in this race, but I just want my filly to improve again.
There's a lot of horses at the moment, JP. I always remind everyone that we lost a month in Cape Town, if not 6 weeks. Do you think that horses are a little bit behind with their progress?
I think no.
Look at that.
I think a month or two later on maybe, but I think we're back into full steam. I think most of the horses, I think that our tracks has been beautiful. I think our horses are in full steam.
There you go. Looking forward to how that's going to go. As JP said, everyone's plumb right and ready for action. So race 4 is Lucky Fish Lightning Roulette B Stakes over the 1800 metres. A compact field once again, and we're all looking forward to how number 6 Future Free is going to go. But let's first hear about number 7 Regulation. JP, what are you expecting from him?
Yes, Regulation. He had a nice run in Durban for us. He's a nice horse. He had 1 run after breathing up. Unfortunately, I never sat on him. I was on 10 penny. But he ran nice 3 lengths off 10 penny in a mile. I thought a little bit too short. Now extra furlong. Not the best of draws. I think a very competitive field. I think Future Free is probably the youngster in a race, but definitely with a lot of scope. I think we rate him pretty highly in the yard. And then I think the horse that never runs a bad race that I really like is Peanut Grigio.
Pinot Grigio, it's a wine.
Yeah, same.
If it wasn't beer, you'd know that.
There you go.
He's going to have it easy, I think. He's drawn one. Super consistent. I think it's the horse to beat that we need to beat. Yeah.
Alistair,
Very
similar opinion?
So I didn't have number 1 Pinot Grigio in my play. I've structured a pick 6. And I went 5, 6, and 7. I mean, I love the way Mfula finished off his race last time behind 10 Penny when finishing in front of Regulation, who, as JP said, was having his first run back. I think Regulation will close the deficit just in terms of brushing off the cobwebs, but I like Mfula over 1,800 metres. Gareth Wright takes the ride. Obviously, Richard obliged to take the ride on number 2, Strawberry Thief. Number 6, Future Free. I think that he is certainly on his way to becoming an ass horse. If he gets to the same level as his half-brother, or half to the same level as his half-brother, 8 on 18, that would be a massive feather in his cap, but he's got a lot going from lightweight, Musi on board. He's the most interesting horse in the race, is number 6, Future Free. So in my pick 6, I went 5, 6, and 7, but in the back of that, maybe I'm being a bit of a fool, not considering number 1 Pinot Grigio with Andrew Fortune on board. Draw 1, as JP says, going to have a picnic out there. And a good fluent win last time at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth from an informed yard. So my pick 6 is as follows. It's going to say 5, 6, and 7, but I'm going to throw in number 1, by 2 and 3 in the second leg. And then I've got 2 bankers. The first one, number 9, All the Rage, which we'll get to in a moment. 1, 2, 7, 11, and 12 in the Cape Punters Cup by banker. Number 7 in the penultimate leg. And a few horses in the back, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9.
Race 5, Lucky Fish Mystic Dash conditions plate over the 1,400 metres, and another exciting race indeed. Looking forward to it. You've got horses to follow. We've done a whole series on a whole bunch of them. You can catch those on the Race Coast social media. One of them, Justin Snaith's horses to follow, is number 3, Sail the Seas, who's coming back after a layoff. Also very exciting to see number 2, Snow Pilot return, amongst others. So it is going to be very interesting. The other thing is that question of race fitness compared to maybe overall talent or ability. You've also got number 5, Lepulga, who's maybe a little bit more racing fit. So it is very fascinating indeed. JP, I'll start with you because you're riding number 2, Snow Pilot. So what are you expecting? How's the gallop been? Has he had a gallop?
Yes, Vicky's had a gallop. I can't remember how far it was, but it was done a straight. Nice and easy gallop just to bring him on. Personally, I think he's going to need us just to put him, get him fitter and help him get there. But yes, I think he's going to need us gallop a little bit more than I thought. Need us run.
Yeah, it is interesting, especially Justin's always mentioned that he's such a big horse, and the fact that he takes time to sort of condition down and cut. I mean, if you stand behind him, Alistair, he's enormous.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's got a hell of an engine about him. What he's got, though, and JP rode him to victory in the Hollywoodbets Cape Guineas as a 3-year-old, is he's got a Grade 1 Cape Guineas win under his belt, whereas Sail the Seas has got a KZN Guineas win under his belt. So Snow Pilot's more decorated than number 3, Sail the Seas. But now which direction are they going in? Funny enough, before Sail the Seas won the WSB KZN Guineas at Hollywoodbets Gravel, I thought he was a Hollywoodbets Durban July horse, provided he didn't win there, and obviously things went to Ryan Durban after that, and avoiding a penalty, because I thought on a line through 8 on 18, he had a lot going for him last winter. Ultimately, he was a one and done, a hit and run in KZN. Was number 3, Sail the Seas. Musi's back on board. He's 1 from 1 on the horse. Fitness to be taken on trust with both these horses. They're both high-quality horses, but I'm going to lean towards number 3, Sail the Sea. But I have a lot of respect for number 2, Snow Pilot, just for the tank, the engine, the free-striding nature that he is. I mean, he must be pretty straightforward to ride. There must be no instruction for Snow Pilot because he is what he is, isn't he?
Yeah, 100%, Ellie. But in saying it, he's matured so much. He's calmer, he's more relaxed. He's matured a lot, and I don't think he's that same horse anymore. I don't think he'll bowl along doing it hard. I think I can still be there, but doing it more comfortable. So I'm actually very excited to see where we are with him.
Yep.
Quite incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Look how excited Alistair. You're excited.
I'm excited because I'm just thinking, is Snow Pilot that A quality miler anymore? Is he going to become a sprinter as time goes on?
Yes, he was so aggressive back in the days, and then we actually gave him a gallop, and then we were thinking of putting him in a 12, and we went against that because he's calmed down so much. So, yeah, now we're in a 14.
There you go.
Probably the middle type of range that he's going to appreciate most. Look, I'm going to lean towards number 3, Sail the Seas, but as you told by my pick 6, number 2, Snow Pilot, all the respect in the world for him. And then number 5, La Pulga, I think he's going to have a good season. Still think a mile's going to be more up his alley, but keep an eye on him. He's the trifecta horse.
Race 6 is the Sophomore Sprint, the listed event over the 1,200 metres. This is a fantastic race. It really is fantastic. It's for the 3-year-olds, and I think that we're all paying attention and making notes because it is sort of another one of those stepping stones. We have, a number of horses. I think All the Rage is the standout, especially over the 1,200 metres, but you have horses coming back. For example, the Race Coast Sail Slipper winner, number 5, Military Command, returning off gelding in a layoff. You've got Sardinia Bay, who there's been just great progress about, and he's just so lightning fast and really big and strong. Number 8, Roland Garros, who is just so impressive. I've always liked him. I think that he's just such a lovely horse. And it doesn't stop there. I mean, I can just keep going and mentioning all horses' names at this stage. But JP, I'll go to you about Roland Garros. Have you been excited about his prep and how he's worked into this meeting?
Yes, I like him a lot. Does everything right. I would have been a little bit more confident in a 14 or even mile. I think a trip's a little bit short for him, but I think it's the start of the season for him. And I'm very confident. I'm happy. Obviously, the horse that stands out for me is All the Rage. They went a little bit of a trip, travelled smart, and just did not quicken as well as they were hoping for. Yes, All the Rage ran behind Roland Garros, but I think in coming to a 12, I think All the Rage might turn it around. I think he's a smart sprinter, but I'm very happy where we are with the mouse. I just wish there was a furlong more.
Are you happy with the fact that this is somewhat of a starting point for him, though, for the season?
Yeah, 100%. It's like a nice gallop with knowing what I've got underneath me. If Eldo's sleeping, I might catch him because my horse can turn it on as well nicely. So, I think everyone's excited to start with the youngsters, with the 3-year-olds, and I'm looking forward to it.
It's a great race, Alistair.
It is, and JP's comments sort of now put Roland Garros in that not today category, but keep an eye on him. Maybe there's something bubbling under for the summer with the son of Vercingetorix. He is a nice horse, but I think in the here and now, All the Rage excites me as a sprinter to work with going forward. When you think that, Gimme a Prince was the sprinter, you had Thunderstruck, Lucky Lad and all of those, and then Tanango took that big step forward in Durban. He always looked like he had the promise, but he was probably that sprinter that emerged during champion season. And there are a few others on the half-veld, and we'll see if any of them make the trip down to Cape Town. But I think All the Rage is that 3-year-old that's looking to take that big step forward and get into that elite sprinter category in this country. And I thought his win last time, when turning over Good For You, who's a Grade 1 winner at Hollywoodbets Scottsville over 1,200 metres, you can make the argument that Good For You would have needed the run, and yes, he did. But All the Rage was also returning from a 3-month break. So it was a win full of merit from a horse that's definitely trending in the right direction, and I'm prepared to make him the best bet on the day. Horses to chase him home, 11 Malmesbury Missile is no slouch whatsoever.
Has the big cap in mind.
Has the big cap in mind in April at Hollywoodbets Greyville.
Correct.
That's a long way away, but yes, the money bags will definitely be an attraction. Roland Garros, a horse to watch closely. I wonder if Military Command will be a better horse in Cape Town, where he had his most success last season.
I think also gelding. He became quite intense.
So let's see if he can bounce back to some of his best form. One Green Gateway, I think, is crying for the bend. But if he does his best work again and runs into the top 4, I'll be encouraged. And I think 3 Tigers is a very nice horse as well. And he had a gallop. In fact, he's had 2 gallops in the interim since his last break. One at Hollywoodbets Dermaville and one here the other day. Nice horse is number 3 Tigers. And he's definitely got top 3 claims. But they're all going to have to run to beat number 9, All the Rage. Hard to beat. He's my win bet in the race.
So and best bet on the card. Good that JP's also gaining confidence as we're going on. This is great.
Agreed.
You're giving Alistair doubt and you're gaining confidence. This is wonderful. Race 7 is the Race Coast Cape Punters Cup. It's the Grade 2 event over the 1600 metres, and quite wonderful history around this race. I think it was no fillies have ever won the race, no dead heats in the race, and then there's a whole bunch of comparisons to what came hereafter, Alistair. So a really good event, and just touching on some of that history, I mean, it's a wonderful race from that point of view.
Yeah, the old Selangor Cup, as you mentioned. It's been a good nursery going into the Hollywoodbets Cape Guineas, but potentially even a nursery for horses that finished just in behind, dare I say, a horse that kind of come in here needing a run, a little bit sort of rough round the edges on the back of a break, targeting the Hollywoodbets Cape Guineas. And like I said at the top of the show, the fact that we go into the big classic races this season with an idea, but without such a crystal clear picture, I think makes it very exciting. Very good race this. Jackpot 2 going to be my play, but we'll get to that in a moment. 1, 2, 7, 11 and 12 are my numbers. I'm leaning towards number 11, Happy Verse. I think if he has a chink in his armor, it could be his demeanor. He's, to use your phrase, quite an intense horse, quite a quirky horse. You can light him up pretty easily. I think he's the type of horse that if you equated him to a human, you could get into his head pretty easily. Number 11, Happy Verse, but all the ability in the world. Alder De Meyer takes a ride for Justin Snaith. When he got turned over here in the Langerman, in the Starps report, he flipped over before the race, and whether that stops him from winning, I don't know, but that would have definitely taken a little bit of a gloss off the performance. I think JP's ride, number 12, Randolph Hurst, is a high-quality individual. For me, he was the only horse finishing nicely in the Cape Classic to run along with for the rest of the season. Obviously, the draws are concern. I'm excited for him when we get to Saturday, and particularly more the Hollywoodbets Cape Guineas on the. I know that we're back on the summer course, but I think he'll be better for this run. Vaughan Marshall pulled me aside at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth about a week earlier and said, we were chatting about his horses, and I said, Better Man more of a Lucky Fish Derby horse? I said, yep, possibly, but don't write him off in the mile. So that's why he goes in.
And can I just butt in? Good for you. So
yes,
we
I'm
must
going to get there now.
Yeah, so just make sure that you watch the Perfectly Placed trainer interviews, due to the fact that Glenn Cotson touches on stamina. If there are any stamina doubts, there shouldn't be, and also headgear change. So now he's gone from the blinkers to the cheek pieces. He does run around a little bit. I mean, it was commendable effort of Chad Little when he won the Grade 1 at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. It was really good effort because it was hard work.
Well, good for you at this race is win or unstarted. He's not going to run a good third. Number 2, good for you. If he stays, big if, big question mark, but he has got the Grade 1 win under his belt. Can't knock him. His own worst enemy behind Vapor Trail, if there wasn't a rail there, would have gone up the straight course. And then number 1, Fox on the Run. He caught the eye of many a well-trained eye last time when beating Boogie Fard. He had no right to win that. He had doors shut in his face, left, right, and centre. Was still able to turn over Boogie Fard. I think Boogie Fard's a good measuring stick of that older, consistent, well-versed category. And he's the horse that could be anything. So 1, 2, 7, 11, and 12, my winning chances in the Cape Punters Cup.
JP, Randolph Hurst, number 12. Unfortunate draw for you to overcome, but really nice type of horse. Were you happy with his comeback run?
Yes, Vicky. Hoping for a little bit better, but it is what it is. He ran a nice third for us. I was hoping he was going to quicken a little bit smarter than what he did. He had gelding and a wind up, and that was his second start off the break, was it? No, it was his first start off the break. First start off the break, now second start off the break. Yes, we have to improve a little bit to beat Better Man. He's got a better draw than us. It's going to be a little bit tough, but he's a smart horse. I think we'll be in a shots about there some way. I'm hoping he can show me what he's really about, but it's a competitive open field, but yeah, hoping for the best.
Do you think there's going to be a little bit of pace on here? Potentially, you've mentioned Better Man.
Too much.
Do you think that Better Man could possibly be that type of horse? You've also got Absolutely Yes, where tactics were a little bit different last time. So a couple of them that could maybe go up, which would help you.
Yeah, Absolutely Yes is there. I'm not too sure what's the game plan for him, but
It doesn't matter. Grant riding, anything can happen.
yeah. Yeah, I think this horse will suit Grant's riding style as well. Grant's a confident rider, and yeah, it's there's nothing too strong, too much pace on the book, Vicky. So anything can still happen. But yeah.
Do you know which the horse I think we can't ignore is number 8, Pay the Palace. He's beaten Better Man previously, and I think if you look at his last run, his Langerman run was also very good.
On his run in the Langerman, he finished in front of Randolph Hurst and Happy Verse, and they're the horses I'm tipping 1 and 2. So don't let him run loose as far as trifectas and quartets are concerned. I just wonder if he hasn't if he wasn't that sort of precocious 2-year-old.
He'll be fit. Let me tell you something. Pete and Albert Steyn will make sure that horse is fit, and he'll beat them on fitness. But what I'm saying is don't leave him out.
Okay, so let's put him in.
There you go. Put him in. Race 8 is Nomad's Andrew Mentor's fund, the Bantry Bay Stakes over the 1100 metres. And 8 horses face the starter here. Really interesting race. You've got a mixture of, again, a bunch of horses coming off a little bit of a rest. Arctic Wizard is a really nice sort of horse, but you've got Raven Black. There's been a little bit of talk about him. Not the best of runs last time out. Number 4, My Sensation. She is a little bit of a revelation, had a great KZN campaign. And then you've got number 6, Cafe Culture. Wonderful run in the Matcham Stakes, but it doesn't stop there. Tanango also coming off a rest. Whether they're a little bit on the back foot with him, that is the question. Who knows? But Candice Bass was interviewed for Perfectly Placed, so make sure you get her comments firsthand. But JP, I know that you're aboard My Sensation. You know her quite well. Interesting filly, but she's really risen to the occasion.
Yes, she did us proud in Durban. She won a good race for us in Durban. I think it was a Group 2. Very happy. And then first run off the break, Durbanville, she had a little bit of a hiccup. It felt like someone ran up my bum from behind. So yes, she pulled up a bit sore. Obviously not the ideal start for the season, but it is what it is. She's happy, strong filly. She's matured from the Durban season, strengthened up. Yeah, we're excited to start the season with this filly as well.
Indeed. Alistair, what's the play?
I have a lot of respect for a few horses in this race. I think Teflon Man will run better than what he did last time in the Southeaster Sprint where he was unlucky. I think Arctic Wizard is worth a second glance. I think Raven Black's going to run a nice race. I think My Sensation's a very, very good filly. Her run in the Post Merchants on Hollywoodbets Durban Gelado, although she had the run of the race in a lightweight, was out of the top draw.
Wasn't the easiest race, though, to be honest.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. She had to make a lot of ground, and also I see she kicked the gate just before as they were loading. Gem King has knocked over a few good horses. Cafe Culture's a good horse in his own right, and I think Unbaldi, or 54, is likely to step forward and potentially run his career best. But I think he's got a big target on his back. He's a half brother to Raven Black, funny enough. But I was talking about those emerging sprinters. Tanango, Buffalo, Storm Cody were the two that took the big steps forward in KZN champion season. He had a rough draw last time at Hollywoodbets Grave on the Mercury Sprint. I thought the winner won full of merit, but it was still an excellent run. And I think that he's a cut above here despite the weight. I think he'll be hard to beat. If something does turn him over, could be number 4, My Sensation. If you were looking for one other, I'd lean towards her as the backup.
JP, no pressure. JP doesn't know what pressure is. Race 9 is the Campio Village Class 4 over the 1400 metres, and it's just the 10 runners that face the start here. Some coming off a little bit of a rest, and others that have stepped up and maybe can regain some of their form. Alistair, I'll start with you about what the play is here.
Interesting race because we've got some very progressive youngsters. 2 Island Favourites, 3 Blind Date and 4 Smarten Up. JP can tell us about the feel Smarten Up gave last time because he had shown little in his first 2 starts, but his win to the eye was very encouraging out of a mare that JP would remember very well in the form of Smart Call.
Can't forget her, to be honest.
And then I think Star Emotion, also a 3-year-old, he's got wins to come. To what level, I don't know. I think a good measuring stick here is Karakou, number 7 on the card. Callum Murray on board for Eric Sands, banging on the door. I thought his last run to Fox on the Run was full of merit. Fox on the Run runs on the Cape Punters Cup. This also ran second to Happy Verse, who runs on the Cape Punters Cup, and ran second to Viva's Liberté, who we know is above average, and ignore the last run. He's got those good 3-year-olds in and around him, and in my heart of hearts, although I think the 4 horses that I've mentioned have a lot of ability and good days to come, I don't think they're at the quality of Happy Verse, Viva's Liberté or Fox on the Run, certainly not yet anyway. So that's my line of thinking. I think number 7, Karakou, is the horse to beat. I'm going to put him up as an each-way play.
JP, Our smart call brought stars into your eyes again. Obviously, a moment you'll never forget.
Yeah,
Brilliant. Does it still sit with you, that moment?
100%. Yeah, that was probably one of my best days ever, Vicky. I'll never forget that. But yeah, smarten up. Very chuffed with his last run. To be honest, I don't think anyone expected it. Obviously, I was just hoping for a better run. And he just absolutely smoked that field. Yeah, a little bit upset that I'm not back on him, but is what it is. I had to ride for the boss. He's got a nice draw. Obviously, that's going to be much stronger than a normal maiden plate, but I think he'll give it on a run.
Is he the type of horse, obviously coming off a bit of a rest, where he'll be running on at them, especially from the draw?
Yeah.
Scottish Links.
Oh, Scottish Links.
Yeah, Scottish Links. Sorry, Scottish Links.
Yeah, Scottish had a break. I'm probably just going to give him a chance and let him finish strong. And if I do that, Green Garnet drawn 1 is probably going to get away. Green Garnet beat us before. I'm hoping to finish strong late, but it's probably going to be a little bit of a task. Yeah.
There you go, a little bit of a task for JP. Moving on to the last race, it's race 10, Hollywoodbets Bright Future Class 4 over the 1200 metres, and still a lot to enjoy about this race. It was lovely to see Ridian return to form last time out. He's number 8 in the field, and it doesn't quite stop there. We've got Klein Pompey, whose real name is Pump It Up. He's number 6. And Zuri, who was maybe a little bit unlucky last time. Astronomical Boy, drawn 1, who pulled up well after his last start. Aren't really any reasons to explain his below par run. And again, it doesn't quite stop there. You can sort of keep going. You've got Rattlesnake, who takes the 4 kilos off. So a very competitive way, Alistair, to round off. Do you see it as competitive?
Yeah, thank goodness this is not part of the pick 6. This is wide open. So a long, big, wide spread of winning chances in this race. For me, number 7, Touched by Angels, the most interesting horse in the race. Richard Free on board for Peter Muscat. He put up a lovely debut at Hollywoodbets Gravel from a deep draw, staying on strongly behind a stable companion, Johnny Boy. But turning up here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth and winning in the manner that he did, a nice horse is number 7, Touched by Angels. We'll learn a lot more about him, but he is encouraging and he's definitely upwardly mobile as the son of Hawam. Number 3, Mauritius Kestrel. What we're going to do with this horse is a one-time winner from 20 starts. I actually can't believe that that's a legitimate stat. His ratings dropped from a 105 to an 81, down another 2 pounds for what I thought was a solid effort last time behind One Liner. One Liner's a tough horse, and there were nice horses behind One Liner on that occasion. And he ran second to Gimme Rules once upon a time, did One Liner. So there's a little bit of an indirect line of form to work with. Mauritius Kestrel is going to pop up one of these days. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get the job done at a reasonable price. So I think that he'll test number 7, Touched by Angels, to an extent. 10, Rattlesnake in the play. Ridian, we all know about his issues. If he could breathe, if he didn't have wind issues, he'd be a top quality horse. Interesting that Louis on board him. Obviously, Craig has to ride number 1, Astronomical Boy, but Louis ridden this horse before, and he's actually got a tune out of Ridian. So he's not necessarily one to let run loose. But and even number 5, Azuri. Azuri can get in there with some of the best around. So I think he's got a nice little place chance there. But the 2 horses for me that make the most appeal, and I think this is a quartet race written all over it, are numbers 3 and 7, Mauritius Kestrel and Touched by Angels.
There you go, JP. Tell us a little bit about Klein Pompey, whose real name is Pump It Up, number 6.
Yes, Vicky, obviously a little bit disappointed last start in 14. Over raced a bit, never came back, a little bit too aggressive, and not a bad race. 2 lengths off after doing it wrong. Impressed. Very open field. I would just like him to calm down a little bit, just to breathe in the race so he can finish it off. Not a strong field, very open field. But I would just like him to do it right.
There you go. JP, thank you very much for all your insights, and look forward to the day. It's going to be a good bit of fun.
Yes, definitely, Vicky. Looks like a competitive card, nice quality horses. I think it's going to be a good day racing.
It is indeed. Alistair, looking forward to it?
Yeah, food trucks will be here, plenty. Catch all the action on Gallop TV and SABC, and we have some fun, back some winners on Saturday at the start of the Cape Summer Festival.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
Sure, Vicky.
There you go. Thank you very much to all of you for joining us, and we'll see you at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Saturday, the 22nd of November.